Well, how do you do? All right, my name is Shango Ray, aka Real Deal Ray. This is your Shangodiac, which is me plus the Zodiac, baby. You just slap us all together, we have a party. You know what I'm saying? I do psychic card readings for the different zodiac signs. So this is a general reading. If it resonates, meant for you to hear. If not, it wasn't. All right. So this is going to be for Cancer. This is the reading for Cancer. I am recording this live. I just started it, obviously, as you see on the video. So usually, hey, Phyllis Glenn, Rachel Taylor. So yes, we are striving to Rachel Taylor. She said, "You're getting it in today." Well, yeah, we got to. We got to. Krabby's in the house to one of Vance. Rachel Taylor. Okay. Yeah, so we are going to get into this crusty business going on. I say crusty meaning crustaceous for the crustaceans out there. Mind over Matter 2009. Hello, how you doing, beautiful? Good to see you here. Glad you can make it. Okay, let me just shuffle it. I already kind of did a brief meditation uh, on you crustaceans there. They need this information, okay? Let it be, let it be. Only the truth, only the truth. As far as who needs to hear it, when they need to hear it. And like I said, I do record this live. I mean, this is being filmed, I guess you could say live. So we have a lot of people filling up in the chat room. And I don't like to ignore my fam, okay? I don't like it. All right. But we're going to get into this right now, okay? So for Cancer, show us what you got. Show us what you got. So what you got. TVSR Digit Media says 7/4/1973. Okay. Sanchez, hello. Rachel Taylor, blessings to you again. Yes. Okay, come on. What you got? What do you have? What messages do you have for the cancers out there? What messages do you have for the zodiac sign of Cancer, moon sign, rising, wherever in the chart that it's causing concern for somebody, okay? Or whether they just want to hear what's coming through. All right. One, two, three. Slap it on the ass. Okay. Mm, okay. God damn, Cancer. What the fuck is going on with you? Okay. I think I'm going to start. I think I'm going to start with the. Oh, so I get it now. You're saying you're Cancer, TVSR. I got you. Okay. Awesome. And of course, Mind Over Matter 2009. You doing that thing too. All right, but look. Wow. Okay, I don't know who's going through this, but I'm going to speak to whoever this applies to. Like I said, this may apply to you, may not, or it may be in the works right now. So I'm going to get this message, all right? That's the only, Toronto, it's crazy. He said that's the only good kind of slap. When I slap my cards on the ass, yeah. I would have to agree, you know? Um, okay, I don't know how many of you crustaceans there are coming out of a situation that was totally unforeseen, okay? A big shakeup to your reality in a way, in some ways, or a portion of your reality right now. Okay, so I don't know what this is, but if you're just coming out of this, I'm letting you know I see you. Okay, because I'm seeing several different situations here. Still more is coming right now. Okay, but I also feel like there is a major shakeup to a situation. I feel like an accident. I'm also feeling like an accident. You know what I'm saying? I'm also feeling like an accident um, that just happened. It's like really like a helter skelter, just major. Like, oh my god, boom. Um, as well. See, wow, I'm not getting a good feeling off of this. Is there anything that you can give us in regards to this Joker? And I usually don't like to pry, 'cause sometimes it's timing. But for those who already just came out this major shakeup, something turned your world upside down, or a piece of your world upside down. Okay, for those who it already happened to. Okay, what? I also feel in this particular case, somebody's losing somebody very unexpectedly. Okay, I am talking about a transition, and I'm basically referring to one person. Okay, so please, all you crabs out there, don't start thinking, whatever. Like, this is actually for one person. Now, the time aspect of it, I'm fucking in the dark about. Okay, but this is also what's coming up here too, and I feel like there was unfinished finished business between you and this person, and there needs to be the final goodbye and let go by way of also forgiving that person and forgiving yourself for whatever your role was in this interaction. Okay. But mind over matter, that's exactly also what I'm referring to. It could be something like that as well, because you know, we take our health for granted. I'm telling you, if one little pebble of fucking sand got in your eye right now, you'd be wishing and praying that you can have it. Especially, when you blink, the shit feels like you got glass in your eye or something. Something as simple as that, or something maybe with a tooth, or you got an earache, or like her with her foot. You don't know what you got until it's fucked up or something happened to it. Then you have to kind of shit. Your whole life gets shooken up by something. That's exactly in the context of how I was referring that to, but I do feel like it's a lot more serious for one person out there. All right. Now, who you been beefing with too? I feel like you've been beefing with somebody, and I feel like specifically also there's somebody. Shanine Harris. Let me get some of that. Let me get mwah, mwah. I feel like somebody has been you've been kind of going at it with somebody online too. Or there's also a troublemaker online. Okay? I'm getting a scenario of a troublemaker online. And you know what? This is also going by with what I said too. I'll get back to the troublemaker. But you see this? This is the card of grief and tears. Okay? Grief and tears. All right? So, as far as that Joker goes, I'm definitely also now seeing here even more the grief and tears. Some of you are also going to be, something is going to happen. I don't know what the hell it is, but there's somebody out there, there's somebody out there, you have been carrying around this grief for a long time, a long time, and it is time to let it go. Okay, it's time to let it go. Um, I feel like something is happening or it's about to happen. It's going to push them buttons again, and that shit's gonna come right back up again. And you always come face to face with it, but you kind of have ran from it because it's a very, very painful place in you and in your life. Whatever this grief was, okay, is, I should say, but what it was from, okay. But there's somebody out there, you're carrying a lot of grief, okay. You need to release that. You need to let that go, okay. Definitely need to let that go. Um, yeah, I'm feeling like there's times where I'm feeling like the sadness. I feel like there's times where you get overcome by this grief and this sadness, this deep, deep, deep sadness, like affecting like deep levels of the psyche, of your psyche. Okay, deep levels of your psyche. Okay. Um, and I gotta call it like I see it here. This ain't all, it's not all bad, it's not all good, it's life, right? And I guess that's subjective too. But I'm seeing that you guys, some of you crabs, you guys are coming up to this crossroads again. It's the same crossroads. I feel like this is a reoccurring crossroads because every time you come up to it, you just kind of turn around and go back to where you were. And I feel like that's going to be the case again. You're not going to jump yet again, you know. And I just have to say this, and they're like going like this to me on the back of my back to say that the change that you really truly desire, that you've been lusting after, that you've been, you know, it's on the other side of that jump. It's basically all I can tell you. And it's like if you it's like you go into the swimming pool to jump, and then you get ready to do some spectacular dive, and then you just say, nah, forget it, and you go back. So I'm feeling like that's going to happen again. You're coming up to the bat again. Ah, never mind. No, not yet. I'm not ready yet. That type of shit. It's like you're never going to be ready. You just got to do it. That's just, I mean, you hear that slogan all the time. You see Nike wear with that slogan on it. It sounds cute. Yeah, just do it. It's easy to say, but it's a whole other thing to do. Okay. That's why a lot of people don't do it. All right. That's what it is, mine. Okay. You do also have, but let me get back to this here. Sorry, this called back out. Nope, you're not done with this, Shango. All right. Um, there's somebody else here. You're dealing with some. I feel like there's also somebody else got a problem out there with a neighbor. You live in like an apartment complex, so that's what makes it even worse because you kind of run into this person, or somehow what they're doing is bothering you. You guys are like beefing or something like that. But I feel like this could turn into something a whole lot more if you're not careful. Okay. Shanine Harris. If you're not careful, okay? If you're not careful, I feel like this could really escalate. But they're either bringing out the troublemaker in you, or you're bringing out the troublemaker in them. Or, like, as far as whatever it is that's going on, somehow, maybe there's a parking space, or it's over some music being too loud, or it's over some shit. But I feel the main part that I want to get across to you, it's about the escalation factor. And I feel like this, if this is not, well, this is for somebody in an apartment complex. I'm definitely seeing an apartment complex, and it's a neighbor, and it's like it's constant beef, and it's just like, damn, it's getting to the point where you're almost wondering, am I going to get into it? Because your heart starts getting a little bit like, like anytime you're about to get into something, your adrenaline kind of kicks up and stuff like that. Like, am I gonna have to, pop, you know? Things of that nature. But there's a troublemaker also. There's a demographic of you who are dealing, or are about to, because it's about to pop off. Something's about to happen off that one incident now, as mentioned in the neighbor scenario. It could be just one thing that now just sets a whole shitty tone for you and this other person, or you and these neighbors, okay, or whoever it is. All right. Um, Whatever. Don't be disappointed. Also, something that you thought was about to begin, you were getting ready for this to begin. It's not going to take off like you want it to. It's actually going to, this particular. Now, I want to say this: the main objective may not be dead in the water, but the particular plan of action you might have had is going to be irrelevant. That's okay. You might have to do 20 try 20 different paths or way to get to the same location. But as long as you keep the intention and the goal in mind, it doesn't matter if there's one, two, three, or 30 different paths. You're going to hit. Sooner or later, you're going to hit. All you're doing is kind of just crossing out the ones that don't work for you. Okay, so please keep that in mind, because um, some of you cancers can get a little over emotional, and if you get your emotions too high in it, when something happens, a disappointment overtakes you. And some of you have been just quick to say fuck it for a lot of other things, and your life would be dramatically different if that was not the case. So I just want to see you go for yours this time. It's 2018, and it's time. Okay. Also, I do see you finally coming. By the time you see me again, you're gonna have your emotions back on, like whatever it is that you did. You're going to have your emotions stabilized, like you're firm. You're almost like you're not excited, but you're not apathetic either. You're not like you're not unable to feel anything. You're like right in that middle position, you know. So that way, if something does happen that's disappointing, it doesn't knock you off your square. So you're able to keep going. But I see you getting that emotional equanimity going on here, okay? And you should know this, and I know that there's some of you who've been doing this, and that's great. But those of you who are maybe new to me, my channel, or it's just seeing this video for the first time, you have ancestors, okay? You have ancestors that are waiting to help you, waiting to help you. You have assistance here, okay? This could be a wonderful time, even though challenging, because you can actually start to get in more in touch and tap in more with your ancestors and now have this wonderful relationship with the other aspects of you on the other side, other people who came before you, whose DNA is also in your current physical DNA. These people want to help you. Your ancestors want to help you. Chances are you only know a very small fraction of these, if at all. There's so many unknown ancestors that you have that are walking, living and breathing through you, okay? They want to see you in. It's in their best interest. When you evolve yourself, you're evolving them, okay? So please, I want to end it on this note. Start feeding your ancestors, okay? You can do that. There's a lot of YouTube videos you can watch about that. Simple one is just get a white candle and some water and designate a little space, okay? It's been said that your first sacrifice is one of time and space. Your time to put your little altar together and stuff like that, and of course the space that it occupies, okay? So do that for them, you know and just be aware, when you're working with your ancestors, you may get weird cravings for maybe something that you don't typically drink, or maybe for something. Shanine, you are off the chain. I'm gonna have to change my clothes. I'm all wet. Okay. Anyhow, listen. Be serious. Okay. So you might get weird cravings. You know. You might actually know what a previous ancestor, or whatever relative used to like. There's also maybe times where you get a weird craving or something, don't understand it. If you're paying attention, it's them. So sometimes you might want to put, let's say you get a weird craving for something, and let's say it's like you get it from Mike and Ike's, and you don't eat Mike and Ike's, but all of a sudden now you want some Mike and Ike's. Go ahead and get some Mike and Ike's, and leave some Mike and Ike's for them, or whoever that is. But be sure that you cleanse the area and the space and all that stuff like that. Okay. So that is your message here. Okay. That's where you can start at, though. But yes, if you want to talk to me, I am accessible also. Okay. And you can find out everything you need. First of all, like, share, subscribe, and thrive in that order. That'd be really great. Um, Hit that bell icon so you can get your bell rung when you need it. Okay. And like I said, if you want to be stingy or you just want to take some you time, I'd be happy to take it with you. All right. So you can look in the description box of this video and find out all the different ways that you can get in contact with me or that I may serve you. So, yeah, go on and look. A little curiosity never hurt the cat, right? So anyhow, I'm gonna be out of here right now. So we'll be back tomorrow though, and I'm gonna knock out Gemini and Scorpio. Okay. So by that time, I'm sorry. Y'all should see these comments. It's just off the chain. But ring the bell. Yes, to one event says ring the bell. A lot of times, in a lot of different traditions and practices, we use bells. also to usher them in, or when we want to summon up, whatever. Getting off track here. So yeah, Scorpio, Gemini, tomorrow. Peace and blessings to y'all. Let me get up out of here. Let me bust this sweat so I can eat after. All right. So peace and blessings to you. Thank you for watching. Shit. I also want to say that. Thank you for watching, taking the time. You could be anywhere but you here. So peace and blessings. All right.